Hi, and welcome back to the Offplan show. My name is Mary Okoto, and this show was put together to give you genuine insights on money and investment. Now, today we want to talk about a new project by Emaar. Now, I'm sure you already know Emaar. Emaar is one of the biggest real estate developers here in the UAE. They're, entirely responsible for the skyline of Dubai, and they have shaped the way the city looks like today. So Emaar is kind of like a big deal in the city. Yeah, they've gone ahead to build the Burj Khalifa and so many other projects here in Dubai. Now, in the real estate business, there are few real estate developers who are considered to be some of the safest real estate developers. Emaar is actually the leading real estate developer here in Dubai. So it goes without saying that investing in Emaar is one of the safest real estate investment that you can make here in the city. Now, as I had mentioned before, Emaar has launched a fascinating new project. Now, this project is going to be in a great community. The community, of course, is Dubai Hills Estate. Now, let me talk a little bit about Dubai Hills Estate. Now, Dubai Hills Estate is a great community. It's considered to be one of the greenest communities in Dubai. If you ever been to Dubai Hills Estate, then you would understand how neat Dubai Hills Estate is. Now, people who have invested in Dubai Hills Estate have gone to realize some of the highest capital appreciation and some of the highest return on investment. So it's a great community, sought after community. Now, the exact location for this new project by Emaar is going to be right near the Dubai Hills Mall. Now, that's a good point. That's actually a talking point in its own. Property which are next to the Dubai Hills Mall usually have a high capital appreciation and high return on investment. That's because people find it very convenient to stay next to a big structure or facility such as the Dubai Hills Mall because it's the biggest mall in that area. It goes without saying that short-term rental would do well here. The name of this project is called Parkside Hills, okay? It's called Parkside Hills. Now, Parkside Hills will be right next to Dubai Hills Mall, kind of like overlooking the Dubai Hills Mall and right near the park, okay? The Dubai Hills Park. So that's a very good location. That means you're going to get high return on investment if you do end up putting in long-term or short-term investment and high capital appreciation. That means you're going to make more money in capital gains if you ever choose to sell your property. Now, today I've made a list of the things that I want to talk about when it comes to this project. So, new project by Emaar. It's called Parkside Hills in Dubai Hills Estate, near the Dubai Hills Mall and near the park. So those are just check marks right there, all right? So those are good. You want to hear your property be next to these amazing places. So let's talk about the building configuration of Parkside Hills. What do you expect from Parkside Hills? Now, Parkside Hills, the new project by Emaar, is going to be G plus 2 podiums and 18 residential floors. Okay, so we're going to have 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms. Now, it goes without saying that Emaar doesn't build studios. So if you're looking for studios, then this is not, this is not the content for you, and Emaar is certainly not the developer for you. Now, we're going to have 370 units in total in this building. That means 1 beds are going to be 141 units, okay? We're going to have 177 units of 2 bedrooms, and we're going to have 52 units of 3 bedrooms. To me, I just think the 3 bedrooms are a better buy because, first of all, it's limited in number. We just have 52 units. And the 2 bedrooms are going to be 177. So those are a lot, 2 bedrooms. Yeah. So the best investment here, I would say, are the 3 bedrooms and the 1 beds. Okay. But inherently, we always see that 1 beds usually tend to have a higher return on investment. Yeah, because you always have a tenant for the 1 bed. Now let's talk about the design of the building, right? Now the building has a very interesting design. It looks amazing. You can see right here, we'll add the pictures right here so you can see. It has very grand, good looking receptions, and also the driveway looks very good as well. So I think that Emaar has tried with the design. Emaar are not usually the biggest, developer when it comes to design, but they do build properties with great value, if I may say. But they're not the best when it comes to design. This is pretty much like a standard design, though it's very good for, if I compare to the recent launches that they've been doing, they're pretty average designs, if I may. They try to play it safe, if I may, right? So the design in this building is okay. It's a pretty good design, and also the 1 bedrooms look very good. You can see in the pictures here, the 2 bedrooms as well. They look very good, and the 3 bedrooms as well. They look fantastic. So these are the images of the 1 beds. These are the images of the 2 bedrooms, and this right here is the images of the 3 bedrooms. Okay, so now let's talk about the sizes, yeah? Because I'm sure you're interested to know about the sizes. Now, the sizes, I don't know, I kind of like have mixed reviews on the sizes, yeah? Because they're not typically what I would expect for the sizes, though I would say that 3 bedrooms kind of makes sense, and you'll understand why. So the 1 bedrooms are starting from 681 square feet to 755 square feet. Okay, so that's the size for the 1 bed. The 2 beds are starting from 1,066 square feet all the way to 1,317 square feet. Then we got the 3 bedrooms, which is starting from 1,771 square feet all the way to 1,855 square feet. So what do you think? To me, I feel like the 1 beds are pretty much small. They're a little bit small compared to the standard that we're, usually used to in the real estate market. We typically live in about 800 square feet or so for a 1 bed, and the standard for a 2 bed is usually like 1,200 square feet. The 3 bed is okay, started from 1,700. This is what you would expect from a 3 bedrooms, but this is all in all the sizes for the units in Parkside Hills. Let's talk about the prices. Now, the starting prices for the 1 beds is 1.51 million. Okay, so that's the price for the 1 bed. That brings the price per square foot to be 2,217. Okay, it's simple math. Just divide 1.51 million to 681, and you'll get 2,217 square feet price per square foot. Okay, and the 2 bedrooms are selling for 2.19 million. So that brings the price per square feet to be 2,054. So the 2 bedrooms are a little bit cheaper when you compare price per square foot compared to the 1 bedroom. And the 3 bedrooms, the starting prices are 3.73 million. Okay, and that brings the price per square foot to be 2,106. To me, I just feel like the 3 bedrooms are a better investment. and the one beds are better investment, okay? Though I think that the two bedrooms will do well as well, but looking at this data right here, I would say a one bed would be good because the starting price is 1.5. If you buy two one beds, you could potentially make more than you would if you just bought, a three bedroom, if I may say. I hope that makes sense because the price for a one bed is 3.73, right? The price for a three bedroom is 3.73, and the price for a one bedroom is 1.5. So if you buy two of one beds for 3 million, then you can make more return on investment. Now let's talk about the payment plan, okay? Now, the payment plan for this project is, I would say a little bit aggressive, right? Because it's 90-10. You pay 90% during construction and 10% upon handover. That's basically just paying the entire property up front. So for investors who, want to leverage their money, maybe this isn't the kind of payment plan that would be attractive to you, right? Though I have to say, that doesn't disqualify this project as an investment asset, right? Because you can still make money off it because it has a lot of things going on, right? It's right next to the mall, as we identified earlier. It's right next to the park, as we had said earlier. It's in Dubai Hills Estate, one of the best communities in Dubai, right? And so many other things that I'll mention along the way. So yes, the payment plan isn't all too fun and interesting, right, for an investor because you have to put all this money up front and just have a little bit, like 10% to, leverage on equity. But still, it's a great investment if you want to invest. So don't let the payment plan kind of make you not invest into this project, right? So having mentioned that the payment plan is 90-10, let's take a look at the down payment. The down payment, for example, if you're going to invest in a one bedroom, the down payment is 10%, okay? So of course you have to pay 10% and 4% DLD. If you're investing in a one bedroom, 10% is 151,000, right? 151,000, that's 10% for the one beds. Then you gotta pay 4% DLD, which goes to the government. Total, that brings your first installment to, or rather down payment to 211,400 dirhams. So that's the amount of money you need to shed from your pocket to invest and have this unit. So 211,400 dirhams, you have to pay that upfront and done. You've booked the unit's yours, and you can continue with the payment, right? However, I do have to mention, yes, the payment plan is 10% down payment, but you still have to pay another 10% after 1 month. So it's kind of like looking like 24%, yeah, in between 2 months, okay? And the installments will be 10% after every 5 to 6 months. So even though the payment plan is quite, aggressive, you gotta pay like 90% during construction and another 10% upon handover, the intervals between which you make your installments are far apart. So you pay between 5 to 6 months. So that gives you enough time to, recuperate or kind of pull your resources together and gather enough money to continue with the installments. So that's the genius thing about Emaar. Even though they're making you pay all this money up front before the handover, there's still huge intervals between the installments. So yes, it's 90-10, 10% down payment, but you pay another 10% after 1 month, but it's going to be 10 to maybe 15% after every 5 to 6 months. So there's this huge gap in between, right? So you probably making two payments in a year, maybe, you know, 2 or 3 payments in a year. So let's talk about their handover. Their handover is going to be in 2028 in June. So you have all this time to make, to realize capital appreciation and make the payment. So the handover is in June 2028. What kind of amenities are you going to find in Parkside Hills? Now, in this project, it doesn't have, you know, a lot of amenities like all these other projects that we're seeing in Dubai, you know. Now in Dubai, we're seeing real estate developers putting swimming pools in the balcony. They're putting, you know, jacuzzis in the balcony. They're doing all sorts of things to attract their investors. But here in Emaar, what I see here, it's a pretty standard, you know, list of amenity. And I'll read them out to you. In Emaar, we're going to have an infinity pool. Almost every property in Dubai has a swimming pool, right? We're going to have a kids play area. Almost every building right now has a kids play area, right? We're going to have a gym. I live in a gym. I live in a property that has a gym, you know. We have an indoor multipurpose room, right? We have a pool deck or a podium deck. Yeah, we have 24-hour security service. We all have properties that have 24-hour security service, and we have a covered car park. Now, looking at this list, there's nothing special about the amenities, you know. So, you know, I would love to see Emaar putting more emphasis on the amenities that they're, you know, adding to their properties, other than just giving investors just a standard or the bare minimum, you know, because right now, even though the market is quite competitive, them being the leader, you know, they could add a little bit more amenities in their projects. Surroundings, what can you find near Parkside Hills? Now, Parkside Hills is going to be near downtown. It's almost like a 15 to 20 minutes drive, right? It's going to be near Dubai Marina, so that's good. Okay, so it's kind of like in the middle, so you can easily access the major destinations in the city, right? It's going to be 20 minutes away from the Dubai International Airport, so that's good, right, for people who, you know, fly in and out of the city. And then it's going to be near the 18-hole championship golf course. So there's a golf course nearby. That's good, okay? That's good. That's really a big point, because you see, people who usually want to utilize the golf course tend to pay a little bit higher to stay in premium properties, right? And Dubai Hills Estate is positioned in such a way that it has all these investors and it attracts all these tourists and visitors who want to go and, you know, visit the golf course. Of course, anybody who's going to the golf course, you know, is well off. They might have a coin or two, so they're pretty much willing to stay in luxury properties, right? So Parkside Hills and Dubai Hills Estate usually gets this footfall from the golf course. So that's good, yeah. And also properties which are next to the golf course usually have a high capital appreciation. So the prices for this community and this project is just going to go higher. It's not going to go lower, right? So that's just a no-brainer, right? Now, I made a list right here why you should invest in Parkside Hills by Emaar. So, I mean, you have 1.5 million, and why should you spend it in Dubai Hills? Like, why should you spend 1.51 million buying a one-bedroom in Dubai Hills Estate? It's a lot of money, right? You could, say, for example, buy a townhouse with a 50-50 payment plan in the opposite side of the city in Expo by, you know, investing 1.7 up front and another 1.7 later. But why would investors want to invest in this project and not just some townhouse in some other part of the city? Here's why. Point number one is you're going to get very, very good ROI, okay? Your return on investment. How much the property is bringing you in, how much money you're making out of your property. You're going to get good ROI from this project. You want to know why? Because this project is going to be right near the Dubai Hills Mall, okay? So properties which are near the Dubai Hills Mall usually have high return on investment, right? It's just like living near the the Dubai Mall. Of course the rent is going to be higher. That's number one. Number two, it's right near the park, as I had mentioned earlier, okay? So that's good. There are people who generally want to utilize the park. There are families, like for example people who are staying in 3 bedrooms because they're quite spacious, 1,700 square feet, yeah, they want to raise their family, and there's a school nearby, there's a mall nearby, and there's a park nearby, and it's a whole community in Dubai Hills Estate. So the ROI is going to be great. The capital appreciation is going to be great. I don't think you can find any community out there in Dubai that has all these features right now in one place. All right? Maybe in Creek Harbor, but Creek Harbor hasn't fully developed yet. So right now, until Creek Harbor develops, Dubai Hills Estate is a great investment, yeah, when you're looking at your ROI. There's also going to be good capital appreciation, as I had mentioned, because everybody who invested in Dubai Hills Estate just made money after year after year after year. So there's a lot of money to be made in this community. So it's going to be near the malls. That's good for short-term rentals, right? Because it's a huge place where you can do your shopping and retail and all these other things that you can do in the mall. Also, the community it's just amazing. It's nice and green. It's a clean community, one of the cleanest communities right now in Dubai, and one of the safest, of course. Also, aside from the location, aside from the community, it's also in a good location. So Dubai Hills Estate is situated in a way that it's easily connected to the Al Khair Road, right? So right from the Dubai Hills Estate, you can easily access the Al Khair Road and either go to Dubai downtown or go to Dubai Marina. So you're in a central position, if I may, right? So the location is everything. 20 minutes away from the DXB airport. The downtown Marina is right there. The downtown Dubai is right there, and Dubai Marina in the opposite direction is also very close. So that's a good point. Now, what are the cons of investing in Parkside Hills by Emaar? I can only note down two things which stand out when I look at this list, and I take a look at why an investor wouldn't want to invest in Parkside Hills. First of all, the sizes are small, right? They're not the biggest sizes out there. The one beds are starting from 681 square feet. That's just a glorified studio. But, without any shade, that's just a slightly bigger studio. 680, if I may, it's not, the biggest living space for a one bedroom, right? The 2 bedrooms are a little bit small as well. They're just 1,066 square feet, that's very close to being 1,000 square feet, right? So the sizes aren't all too amazing. If you're paying 2,217 per square foot, you'd want to have a little bit more space. So the sizes aren't all that. Also, the payment plan is, quite aggressive. The payment plan requires you to pay 90% during construction and another 10% upon handover. So, as an investor, you can only make money after handover, right? you per se won't be able to leverage that that asset for a long time, if you understand what I mean, because you have to pay all this money up front. As an investor, you want to use the least amount of your money and get the most out of your money, right? But is it still a good investment? Yes, it is a good investment. And con number 3 that I can identify from this project is that the amenities, they're just mid, they're just average amenities. They just offering the pool, the gym, the kids playing area, and, the podium court or something like that. So the amenities, they're not too amazing. They're just average amenities, considering that you're paying premium price per square foot for this project. So the sizes, they're average. They're, not as expected, The payment plan is all too aggressive, and the amenities, they're just average amenities. This could be the reason why some investors maybe might not want to invest in. And all in all, what's my final remark here? Now, is Parkside Hills by Emaar a good investment? Absolutely. You bet. Parkside Hills is a fantastic community, is a fantastic building. It's just G plus 18, so that's considered like a mid-rise in Dubai Hills Estate. So yes, it is a good investment. If you have money, go ahead and invest. Is it worth the money? Yes, it's worth the money. You are going to make a lot of money once you receive the handover, right? So you just got to be patient, right? You just got to be patient. Receive the handover, and what your property that you've bought at 2,000 per square foot probably sell at 3,000 per square foot, right? You just got to be patient. Also, one of my final remarks, it's going to be good for short-term rental. So yes, if you invest here, you're going to make a lot of money, a lot of ROI in short-term rental when you put it in holiday homes, or if you put it in long-term as well. You're just going to make a lot of money, right? So that's a good thing. What score would I give it? 1 out of 10? I'd probably give it an 8. And I'd give it an 8 because, first of all, the design is just, it's a good design, but it's not an amazing design, I've seen better buildings, but yes, it's an okay design, right? So I don't think there's something all too amazing about the design. It's a safe design. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Reason why I'll give it an 8 out of 10 also is because the amenities, they're just regular amenities, right? And if you want to put, do you know why I'm talking about amenities this much? Is if you're going to put your property in short-term rental, right? You're basically a hotel. Your customers and your tenants and your visitors, guests in your apartment are going to want to utilize the gym. They're going to want to utilize the pool. They're going to want to utilize the kids playing area, the court, and all these other things, right? So the amenities plays a crucial role when you're putting your property in short-term rental. This is the reason why I insist that you have to have better amenities if you're going to pitch your product as a premium product for holiday homes and short-term rentals, right? And also, another point is that the payment plan is, it's not very flexible. You got to pay 90% during construction and only 10% upon handover. That's all your money up front, That's just the developer acting like a bank. And we've already identified we don't want to put our money and lock our money somewhere. We want to put our money where it can work for us. So yes, the payment plan is okay. You'll make money at the end once receiving your handover, but they could be a little bit flexible with their payment plan. And last but not least, the sizes. I mean, for 680 for a 1 bedroom, right? Which to me feels like, a glorified studio. I think that they could do better with the sizes, 600, and probably started from around 700 plus, but still it is a premium community, it is a high-end community, and let's just call it as it is, one beds and two bedrooms, a little bit smaller compared to the average sizes in the market right now. Yeah, right now Emaar in this project is selling a one bedroom for 681 square feet, right? The average we're used to in the market is about 800 square feet, 800 or so. For two bedrooms here in Parkside Hills, the starting size is 1,066. In the market out there, investors are used to having 1,200 square feet, right? So the three bedrooms make sense because they're starting at about 1,771 square feet. So that's good. That's a pretty good size for a three bedroom. Um, I would say a one bed and a three bed are probably some of the best investments that you can make here. All right, because price per square foot, the three beds are lower, and if you buy two one beds for 1.5, you could make more ROI than a two bedroom, right? Which is selling for like 2 million. Now, is it worth it to invest in Parkside Hills? I mean, I'd give it an 8.10, but is it worth it, really? I would say yes. Investing in Parkside Hills is a really good investment. It's very safe. You're guaranteed to make money. You're going to see your ROI go up. And you're going to see your capital appreciation go up. So this is one of those projects where you just can't miss. You know, you're bound to make money, by default. So yes, it is a good investment. If you look at to buy a one bedroom, that's okay. If you look at to buy a three bedroom, that's also good. So you can either, because the price of a one bed is 1.5, you can buy two one beds, or just go straight and invest a three bedroom because the price per square foot goes lower when you go to a three bedroom, right? And yes, you stand a chance to make a lot of money in Parkside Hills, considering its location and all these amazing things that it's surrounded by. Well, that's all that we had for today. This has been the Offplan Show. I hope that you liked my sincere and genuine review. I think I wasn't too hard. I was very fair and very moderate. I called the spade, and I said it as it is. Yeah. If you have any comments or any suggestions you would like to make, I would like to hear your perspective on this project and the show in general by DMing us on Instagram or TikTok at the Offplan Show. I'm really looking forward to hear from you guys, and it would really mean a lot if you would like our messages, like our comments, share, and subscribe with everybody else because it takes a lot to put together these videos, to sit and read all these projects and do a lot of research so that we can come down and make this, 30-minute worth of footage that can help you make a better investment decision. Thank you so much. And remember, successful people look just like you. It's been the Offplan Show. My name is Miri Yokoto.